Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and today we are going to start planting my standing container garden with the little planters that I got from Dollar General, Family Dollar. So we're going to plant those. I'm going to do some strawberries. I'll kind of run through everything here in a minute, but I found these at Walmart. They were $3.24 for 10 little roots. It says plant in full sun, and then it says harvest late spring. So I don't know how fast these are going to grow, but we're going to wing it unless they mean next spring, late spring. But in my opinion, it is late spring for us right now. Also, I apologize for my voice. I thought it was just the smoke and allergies, but it's a cold. I'm sick. I'm sick, but I also took today off from work, so I have to get some stuff done. Right now, it's much too windy outside for me to be out in the garden. I don't want to make myself worse, so I decided to do some inside planting. And I will show you real quick the kind of setup I got going on and what we're going to be planting in here. Okay, so the bottom few, however many it's going to be, I'm going to put one strawberry plant in each pot. So the first few rows are going to be just these strawberries. Now it gives you strawberry planting instructions on the back. It kind of gives you the spacing, blah, 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 all that good stuff. These were just from Walmart. I happened to be walking by. I saw these, they caught my eye, as well as these asparagus. I'll bring you along for that. These are the Mary Washingtons. I'm going to be doing these right outside my in-ground garden. In the ground, like, I'll show you where I tilled it up. I'm going to put some of these, and I'm going to try and transplant my rhubarb over and make that like a mini perennial garden bed. So, back to this, what we're doing here. Here's the strawberries that are going in the bottom. I just grabbed a few supplies. I'm going to use this measuring cup to help me scoop soil. This is the Miracle-Gro raised bed soil. It's a whole bag of it, 1.5 cubic feet. I've shown you that. This is the one that exploded on my back deck when I threw it down. These are all tomatoes. My family wanted me to grow some like cool varieties of tomatoes since I have the seeds. So these are just extra and for fun. This is a white tomato and so on and so forth. Those got to get potted up. I'm going to plant those as I can, share with family and friends. I might put a few out back in the planters because why not? We're just going to make it pretty and fun. Here are my herbs that we started. I did echinacea, and then I read on it, and they should have been cold stratified. So, one whole thing didn't seed, and this one only has 3. And that's all right. I'm going to let it keep doing its thing. We're not going to plant those in this back deck planter. They're going to go out because they kind of reseed themselves. So they're going to be their own thing outside in ground. Not messing with this. I have parsley here. Oh, I did one thing of dill. And dill gets unruly whenever I plant it. Or seed started, I guess. Here we go. Dill, stay on your lane, bro. There we go. So I got this powdery mold junk. I overwatered. This is my fault. This is due to overwatering. I'm terrible. I'm either a negligent waterer and I underwater, or I overwater. And it's okay. It's not going to affect my plants too much. I just need to kind of clean it up like this, let it dry out. Excuse me. But I am going to begin hardening these off. So it is 1:24 in the afternoon right now. I'm going to stick these outside until about supper time and bring them back in. I will not be planting these right now because I need to harden them off. This is one thing you must do with all seeds that you have started inside. I've got parsley, I have cilantro, and I have basil. One of these basils is going to probably go out into my actual garden in ground. And I'm going to let it do its thing because I love having basil with my tomato plants. And marigolds. My marigolds are doing great. Let's take a look. Olivia clearly has been shopping. There's her chicken purse and her shopping cart. This is real life, y'all. My house is not out of a magazine. It's functional, and that's how I like it. There's my marigolds. They're not as big as a box store, but they're getting there. So they're going to get put in the ground. I'm going to harden those off too. They'll get planted when I'm not going to pot these up. They'll get planted when my, excuse me, my tomatoes get planted outside. So you want to make sure that you harden off anything you start indoors because it's been in a controlled environment its whole life. It's had the same temperature roughly. It's had the lights come on and off at about the same time. No wind. I do supplement sometimes. This year I didn't. I usually do, but I'll put a fan, a little like lamp stand fan, and just oscillate it on it because that movement of the fan sends signals down the plant to Willow's telling me about her homeschool, sorry. And it will tell the plant to grow a stronger stalk and to send out more roots and just become stronger in general. So since it's had that controlled environment, you want to start bringing it outside to the real world and giving it little bits by little bits to acclimate. If I planted these and shoved them outside, there's a 90% chance that they will die. I have done that before, and I've always wondered why my herbs look so great when I seed start, and then I would throw them outside, and I'm like, they died in 2 days. Well, that's because I didn't harden them off. What I'm going to do is you want to start with 3 to 4 hours the first day and gradually increase an hour, 2 hours, and so forth until you're leaving them out overnight like I just did with my onion plants. So we're going to start hardening these off today. Hopefully I'll be able to plant next weekend or Friday, next Thursday. We'll see how the plants are doing by then. But those will go out to get hardened off, and we are going to plant some strawberries. So remember I did the drainage holes. This will drain because it's not completely tight against this bar here. And I'm going to fill these up till probably this bottom one here. And I'm going to set the roots in there because it shows you kind of where the soil level, you want it 2 to 3 inches below the soil level. So I'll just kind of make a little well with my hand, plop them in there, cover them up with soil, and then once we get these all planted, I'm going to bring them outside and give them a good water down. So I just dumped these out into a bowl. They do come rubber banded together, and this is what they look like. You can go to your local nursery and actually buy ones that are already sprouting, so they're a little bit further along. I'm just kind of going with cheap, quick, what's local to most people, also to experiment. So I am going to keep my package here. I'm probably going to cut this out because I want to know what kind they are. I want to know that they're ever-bearing and kind of just, what I'm growing in here. Because the goal of this is to probably keep these going throughout the year, or as the years go on. Because as these grow, they'll send out runners, and I can put the runners back into the pots. Excuse me. And it should keep giving me, replanting itself, basically. In the fall, I'll probably cover these up. If not, bring them completely inside since this is mobile. Just let them overwinter inside and then put them back out in the spring next year and should keep getting strawberries over and over and over again. So I filled these up a little bit lower than I said I would. That's just because I eyeballed it. I made a little well with my knuckles here. Put one plant in each and then we'll cover it up. I'll show you what this looks like when I take the rubber band off. So I think I only got 9 or this one is 2 stuck together. I can't really tell. I don't want to damage it too much. You can see it's starting to grow a little bit right here. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit deeper of a well. They're a pretty shallow plant, so I mean, you don't need a whole lot of container to grow strawberries in. And I'm kind of trying to keep it more toward this side. Excuse me, guys, sorry. I have a cough drop in trying to keep my voice from going crazy, but you want to keep it closer this way because you don't want it to start trying to grow up underneath here. You want it to get the sunlight etc. So you just kind of want to be mindful of that. And then we're going to go around and ensure that, yep, it's just one plant. And this is how easy it is. You guys can totally do this. I am using one hand to plant right now. I'm actually going to come back with soil and cover these up with as much as I can. I might leave a little bit sticking out of the top, but I'll cover them up quite a bit. Oh, look at that. Spin it around. And we're just going to find the top of that one. You can kind of tell what the top is because these little tiny fibrous pieces are the roots, and then this is where the leaves are starting to pop up. You can see the leaves starting to do their thing. So now that we have 3 in the bottom, 1, 2, and 3, kind of works out that they only gave me 9 because then that will make an even planting amount here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only got 9, unless one's hiding down here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was one hiding. Okay, well, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get these planted up, and I will show you what it looks like. All right, guys, we got them planted up. I actually did end up doubling up one of them. I just couldn't bring myself to put another one on and plant only one thing. I don't know. Call me OCD, something. I just couldn't do it. So I threw it all there. No big deal. I did leave some room simply because I'm going to be watering these. Like I said, they're going to go out on my back deck, and I'm going to water them down. The soil will settle. Another cool thing about these is as this one drains, it will water this one. So water the top, give it a second, and then supplemental water on the bottom as you need. Now, these are basically the knockoff cheap version of the Greenstalk. Just Google the word Greenstalk and you'll see these really sweet planters. If I had like $100 to blow, those would definitely be on my porch. But I'm trying to do the cheap version. I'm trying to do the, do with what you got when you can. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I apologize again for my nose and my voice and my coughing and my sniffing and just a hot mess. But we're out still getting it done, still trying to do what we need to this planting season. Not going to let this cold get me down. I'm on supplements. I'm drinking water. I slept pretty good last night. I'll go to bed early tonight, and it's our movie night. Every Friday we have family movie night, so we'll chill with the family, have movie night, and yeah, it's just going to be a great weekend. I'm hoping that tonight when my husband gets home, we can finish planning out the garden, like the rows and everything, and then I can get potatoes in and onions and start going to town. I'm ready. So this is what we got going on. Everything planted super easily. I've planted strawberries one other time in my life, and the very next day the deer ate them all. So I may be totally wrong on this or missing tips and tricks. There's YouTube is full of wealth of knowledge of people. I'm sure you'll find somebody that's a strawberry guru that will tell you I did something wrong, but we're just throwing them in and seeing what happens here. So I'm going to get these watered, and then as the soil sinks down, it's going to leave a gap here, which you do want a gap because you don't want it to all run out. But I might come back as these start growing and top dress them with a little bit of compost and just help feed these strawberries. So these are going out. These are going out. They're going to start hardening off. I'm going to put this soil in my compost tumbler, I should say. And then the rest of the day, I'll probably just work on potting up those. I might head into town to my local nursery. I did get some beautiful flowers. They're gorgeous. I got them at Walmart for $25 a thing. It was a splurge, let me tell you. And then I got 2. Right, girlfriend? Did I get 2? They're so gorgeous. And then I've had hummingbirds at my feeder. This is my guilty pleasure, is birds. And then I have an oriole feeder. Whoop, right there. And another hummingbird feeder. So that's my little corner of the deck that I watch my birds. And clearly my cat does as well. But yeah, those are gorgeous. If they have them at your local Walmart, get them. I saved the little tag because I'm going to put it in my planner for next year because if I want to remember what they were. They're called Fire and Ice Mix. They're really cool. Okay, good job, Willow. More schoolwork updates. $24.97 per hanger, and they're huge. Like, I might run out and show you. I know this is not the topic of the video, but they're Bidens, lobelia, I think that's how you say it, lobelia, and petunias. And I wanted petunias for the hummingbirds. So I'm going to swing out there and I'm going to show you up close what these look like. While I'm out here, real quick as well. See, I get sidetracked. I got to water these, but this is what our greens experiment is looking like. These are in here to deter the cats, and see, when you don't put them in there, you get kitties. And I had to find some more because, not sure if you can see it, but there's an imprint of a cat's body here. So, not sure I'll get a lot coming out of the middle because my cat laid here, which is why I stuck the fork there. But we are getting some here. And if you remember, we planted the whatever French name lettuce here, and we're going to see how that does. So, not sure what I'm going to plant in there yet. More herbs, strawberries, not sure. I'm going to look at my local garden center and see what they've got cooking and see if I want to get anything. That's just my setup. I just got this whole setup today. I did not know Orioles liked grape jelly. You can thank my sister for that one. I'm sure it was common knowledge to most people, but I did not know that. But at Orioles, they're eating. And my hummingbird friend loves that feeder. But these are ginormous. Let's see if I can flip the camera. Here is a head comparison. It still doesn't do it justice. They smell so good though. And they just looked too pretty for me to pass up. When I hung them on the Walmart cart, it was insane because it took up I'd have to take wide turns because the cart was too big because I hung them off the handles. It was comical, but I got those. The beautiful yellow pop is just, and then these petunias, hummingbirds and Orioles will like those too. And something about petunias, you want to deadhead them. Hanging baskets, kind of like raised beds, you want to water them every day. They'll tend to dry out quickly. And I'm going to do impatiens in this whiskey barrel planter. Not really food related, but I want to make it pretty back here. What's up, Willow? Okay, you're going to finish up your Bible classes and homeschool? Okay, go for it, sister.
I'm only at for last month.
Okay.
So, I'm going to try to get all of it done today.
Sounds like a plan. For these planters, I'm going to probably throw a cabbage in this one just because it's the widest and it'll support the leaves pretty well. I'll throw a cabbage in this one, and then I'll probably do tomatoes in these for sure. And see how those work. They might be a little shallow for my liking, but we'll see. I still got to harden everything off, so we'll get there one step at a time. I'm just the type that likes to go, and I want to get a million things done at once, and it's not always doable that way, especially when you're getting sick. So just do what you can. A little bit is better than nothing. Do it as you're able. I'm going to come out of the sun here. And just baby steps. I keep saying that. If you're new to all this and you're still learning, I'm still learning, just take your time. Use what you got. Be creative. If it looks like a baby kiddie pool that you're planting in, that's fine. We're not all about Pinterest worthy here. We're about growing food and getting it on your table. So I appreciate everybody that's been here watching these videos. All my subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. My goodness, I'm a mess. And on that note, I'm going to go water all my plants and get my butt in my in-ground garden and get working. So have a great weekend, you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.